Okay.
How's it going, fellow cynics? So a couple months ago, there was some information that released that Facebook's Oculus division was potentially working on a successor to the Oculus Quest. Most of the information that was released was basically talking about what the Oculus Quest 2 could be bringing to the table spec-wise, along with a potential release window of when we could be seeing this new headset. Well, there was finally some more light shed on the matter, as some confirmed sources have actually came out and said that Facebook plans to start the actual production of the new headset by the end of July this year. This was honestly some pretty shocking news to me, as we haven't really heard much on the headset so far, but by the sounds of it, if they are starting production, they are going to be ready to sell these really soon. Which leads me to believe that this headset could be going on sale possibly holiday season 2020, if not really early 2021. Now, there really isn't any confirmed evidence that the VR headset that Oculus is starting production on is the Oculus Quest 2, but some more rumors say that Facebook could potentially be looking to produce 2 million of these headsets just by the end of 2020 alone, which is insane. That's almost twice as many headsets as they produced last year total. And personally, I don't think these production numbers would be so high if they didn't plan on coming out with a successor to their already most successful VR system, the Oculus Quest, leading me to believe that the Oculus Quest 2 is coming really soon, everyone. Now, I did make a video a couple months back on the information that was released by Facebook on what we could potentially be seeing from an Oculus Quest successor. Now, if you did not see that, I will link it above. Otherwise, I am gonna go over kind of a brief summary of what they really do plan on bringing to the next Oculus Quest. Now, when the original information came out a couple months ago, Facebook did already come out and say that their next Oculus Quest was gonna be smaller, lighter, and they did want to have a faster refresh rate so it's more competitive to the headsets that are currently out now. And most of the complaints that I actually heard about the Oculus Quest was the weight of it, which led to some discomfort after using it for medium to long VR sessions. So by the sounds of it, one of their big goals is to actually reduce the weight of the Oculus Quest by 20%, or at least up to 20% is what they said, which 20% doesn't seem like a ton, but when we're talking something hanging off the front of your face, that can make a huge difference. And I think that would be an awesome improvement to add to the successor of the Oculus Quest. They've also said that they do want to add a faster processor chip in order to get that faster frame rate. So where the original Oculus Quest is capped out at 60 Hertz, this new Oculus Quest they want to bring up to 90 Hertz. And there was even some rumor of 120 Hertz. But I heard that they were having issues with the battery since the VR has to be recharged since it is completely wireless. Honestly though, even being capped out at 90 Hertz is still a great improvement, especially for a wireless headset. And personally, if the Oculus Quest 2 does have 90 Hertz refresh rate, it's gonna be a pretty big competitor against some of the bigger headsets out there like the Valve Index, especially when this headset's gonna cost probably around the $400 that the original Quest cost, where you have to sell an arm and a leg just to get a Valve Index. Other than that, it does sound like they will be releasing the new Oculus Quest with some new motion controllers that are brand new, newly designed. And it sounds like they are aiming for something that has some sort of hand tracking to compete with the Valve Index. And they did say that these new motion controllers would be compatible with the old Quest and even the Rift S. So if you did not want to upgrade, you can still pick up the new motion controllers to at least improve on the one that you already have. And lastly, don't worry, they did say that the Oculus Quest cord would still work on the Oculus Quest 2, so you don't have to worry about buying another $60 or $80 cord. It will work on the new headset. Now, for my personal opinion on if you should upgrade if you already have an Oculus Quest. Now, what I would do is I would honestly keep my Oculus Quest since it's literally been out since last year only. I don't think they're gonna leave it in the dust. I think that it will be supported for quite a while. So what I would do is I would purchase the new controllers when they come out, unless that refresh rate is really just a deal breaker for you on the original one and you wanna upgrade, you know, sell yours off now when it's worth a small fortune and go with the new one once that releases. But if you have a Quest and you don't really visually have an issue with the games that you're playing on it, I'd get the new controllers and, you know, use it for a little bit longer. Now, if you have an older headset, I think that this could potentially be a nice upgrade for you. I have the Oculus Rift S, and just to get that slightly faster frame rate and the capability of wireless. I might personally do it myself because that sounds pretty great to me. But overall, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. I'm sure some more information will be released on it really soon, if it really is truly starting production at the end of the month. All right, everybody, it's that time of the week again for
Comment of the Week.
For anyone who did not check out Blake's video last week, it was on how Superhot VR is coming out with a sequel, and anyone who bought the original non-VR version will be getting upgraded to the new game that they're releasing, and there is no VR support for it, which has kind of split the community a little bit. This week's comment is from Scott Hall, and he said, "What a laughably crappy game to play on anything other than VR, makes no sense." Now, I'm a little biased on this subject because I personally have only played Superhot on the VR, and I thought it was one of the greatest experiences in VR that there was at the time, and it still totally holds up. It's still a great time. Now, I believe Blake actually played Superhot VR on not only his PlayStation VR, but he also played it on PC, and he claims that it's still a pretty good time without VR. Now, I personally probably would not play the non-VR version. It is kind of interesting that they decided to not only release the game for free to the people who pre-purchased the non-VR version, but to not go with the VR support with it is a pretty interesting business decision in my opinion, but you know, what can you do? Anyways, that does wrap up our news for the week. I hope you enjoyed. I do want to know what you guys think on the potential release of an Oculus Quest 2. What do you want to see from it? What do you not want to see from it? Drop some comments down below. I'd like to know. As usual, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And don't forget, if you want to see future news on tech, games, movies, and literally anything nerdy in between, make sure to sub to Digital Cynics. Peace.